Hi guys, welcome back to Knick Knack Reads. I am Nicole and I thought I would finally do my October wrap-up video. It's only like November and I'm a little bit late, but coming to the party. Basically because it was Halloween, I thought I wanted to read some scary books. I don't really know why, because I don't celebrate Halloween. It's not a thing in Australia, but apparently it was this year. Not sure how I feel about it. So the first series I read I've had on my bookshelf for a while. I read it because it's supposed to be scary, and it kind of was. That series is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodgkin, and it also has The Retribution of Mara Dyer and The Evolution of Mara Dyer. I read that in the wrong order. So this book series, I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I did, however, on the whole, I liked the series. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer is definitely my favourite book in this series. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I could not put this book down. You know, like, yeah, there were definitely some things in it and I was like, that's a bit weird. Basically, she is in an accident where a building collapses on her and she wakes up in a hospital and she doesn't remember what the hell happened that night. Things go weird and happen around her and people start dying and she doesn't know why. She's losing her mind pretty much. She's going insane. She's going crazy, and I felt like reading this book I went a little bit crazy too. You can't tell what's real, what's fake. You go crazy with her, and I really loved it and I sped through and I thought it was fantastic. Then you get to The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and it's in this book where you realise things are a bit messed up. You know, you kind of go, this is a bit more weirder than weird. It's messed up. These things that are happening are not normal and not right, and I was confused and a little bit scared and a little bit afraid to finish this book. I still didn't quite like it, but I was a little bit unsure of what was going on. The ex-boyfriend is back and he's a psychotic freak and he's basically driving her up the wall batshit crazy. And I think she's in like a mental hospital or something, and the family drove me bonkers. You get to the final book in the series, The Retribution of Mara Dyer, and I did not know what to expect. So you went from like weird book to messed up book to fucked up book. When I say they're messed up and they're weird and they're fucked up, I don't mean that in like a negative way, but if there's some serious problems, my mind is just, it messes with your head, and I kind of went crazy reading it, and everything that happened in this book made me go, what the hell am I reading? What is happening right now? I don't particularly know if I really liked the ending. I kind of sat there and went, what the fuck? Which was pretty much my reaction through most of this book. It was just weird on a whole different level to what I was expecting. I am glad I read it for the month of October because this shit was crazy and it fit in so well for Halloween. Overall, I did like it. The best one is definitely the first book. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I like Twilight. Now, as I'm sure you're all very well aware, it was the 10th anniversary of Twilight this past month, and Stephenie Meyer released the special 10th anniversary edition of Twilight. Now, when I found out there was a 10th anniversary edition of Twilight, I went, I'm not buying that. I've already got all 4 books in hardcover. Why do I need another one that is bigger than the other ones? Well, let me tell you why. She released Life and Death in the 10th anniversary edition, and I had to have it because it was another Twilight story. It is pretty much Twilight, but the genders have been swapped. So pretty much all the female characters are now male and all the male characters are now female, except for Charlie and Renee. I quite liked it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did spend a large portion of this book going, right, who's this character supposed to be? And Alice is now named Archie, and my dog's name is Archie, so every time I read Archie, I thought about my dog, which got a little bit confusing at times. The names are terrible. Can I just start off by saying I hate the names? First of all, Beaufort, that's a terrible name. Like, it's worse than Renee Esme. No, I don't like the names. You could have come up with a better name than Beaufort. That's not a name. That's just something weird. I quite liked it. I much preferred Beaufort to Bella because he wasn't whingy. He got shit done. He was a bit weird for a guy, but I don't really read very many books with male lead just because they don't really interest me, but it was Twilight, so I had to read it. Basically, this is how Twilight should have ended up. I was sitting here reading it going, how is she going to end this? Because if it ends the same as Twilight, I am going to want New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn from this version of events too. And I don't have that kind of money. And really relieved with how it ended. I mean, it's much different to Twilight. I think it's I don't know if I'd say it was better, but shit got done in this book that didn't get done in like 4 books in the other series, so I give them props for that. I found it cool. I liked it. I mean, I don't necessarily think you need to read it. I was excited when I saw it, I'm not gonna lie, and I read it quicker than I read Twilight. So the next book I read was Alienated by Melissa Landers. I was disappointed with this book. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be better than it was, and I just didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I was a bit nervous that it was going to be a bit childish, like the writing and the maturity level, and I was right, which was disappointing. Basically, this alien race comes to Earth in this like exchange student program, and this girl, Kara, has an alien called Alex. Basically, people don't like the fact that the aliens are here. They're trying to make a treaty between the worlds. Yeah, everyone basically turns against them because they don't like them, and it's very high schoolish. Obviously, you can just like guess who falls in love. Like, just I mostly just didn't like the childish nature of this book. That's what I didn't like. I don't know. It just was so like high schooly. It was too high schooly for me. Like, I like high school books that don't come across as high school books. Which sounds weird, but I don't know, I just found it really, like, I just didn't like the writing style very much. Like, I don't know, I'm not a massive fan of Kara. I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping to. I don't know, I think it had a great concept, but I just couldn't really get into it. I think I only gave it like 3 stars. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the greatest, and I've just read better books, really. They are the 5 books that I read this month in October. That is my October wrap-up video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, all that jazz that I never say at the end of my videos, and I will see you all next time. Bye!